Yeah, this is dumb. This looks dumb. But hey, I'm still doing it, so. There's a trend that has been sweeping sneaker TikTok and sneaker Instagram reels that literally blows my mind. It's not so much that it's dumb, it's just that it's something that my dad used to do back in the 90s, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, could be a lot of things. And that trend has all come about because of one product, the UGG boot guard. But this trend essentially entails putting UGG boot guards onto your sneakers. I think in a lot of ways people do it because it's ridiculous, but also I think some people actually like the way it makes their sneakers look, which honestly, I don't get. So obviously I had to buy 2 pairs. But let's take a break talking about something dumb to talk about something smart, and that's my brand new Soul Premise bag. This backpack is from Soul Premise's brand new monogram collection, which takes premium quality leather, monograms it with the Soul Premise logo, and then makes this really crazy design on the top of the bag, which I think looks incredible. Not only that, but this black leather is accented by these gold hits and actually holds 2 full pairs of sneakers, which is crazy because the bag looks so small, but it can actually hold 2 pairs in the front, plus your laptop and a bunch of your tech stuff, and even some clothing if you need that. It's a perfect overnight bag, and it's a great way to carry your sneakers in style. As I always mention, Soul Premises bags are TSA approved, which means you can bring them onto the airplane with you, rather than having to check your valuables underneath the plane, which is a great thing. And if you use my code SETH, you get 40% off your entire order at soulpremise.com through that link in the top of the description below. So the UGG boot guard started out as a way to literally guard your Uggs, protect it from the elements, because usually Uggs are made of suede, and when you walk out in the rain in suede, it's not the best combination. So you could throw this on your Uggs, keep them in the best condition possible in the rain and snow and sleet and all that sort of good stuff like that. And while I believe the UGG guard themselves might be a newer product in the last year or two, this idea of putting essentially a rubber cover over your shoes has been around for decades. Like I said, since the probably mid-80s, my dad's been putting rubber covers on top of his dress shoes to go to work in, which growing up, I just always thought was the most ridiculous thing, and now that I'm 30, I still think it's pretty ridiculous. So the fact that this rubber shoe, let's call it protection, I would call it something else, but this is a family channel, is starting to become not only something that a lot more people are doing, but also something that's considered fashionable, literally is blowing my mind. In fact, before we unbox these, why don't we take a look at some of these TikToks and Instagram reels that show off people rocking these very seriously. Okay, so this first one is from someone named HypeTobs on Instagram, who's a photographer and sneakerhead from Germany, and I've got to say a lot of his other posts look really, really great. He's got an awesome collection, but let's check it out. Styling my UGG guards on my sneakers. Man, this is something else. I'm not gonna lie, some of these shoes look okay, but I would say a good 80% look a little rough. Okay, here's one on TikTok that says, searches for Uggs boot guard have jumped 1,109% in just 1 week. That's ridiculous. I mean, they do fit a lot of shoes. I mean, it makes sense. You can throw it on anything, but should you? This dude is rocking them with some Salmon sneakers, or Salomon, I don't know how to pronounce it. Pull them out of the box. My box looks different than that. Did they change the packaging for these? Huh, I don't know. They look just like the ones that my dad wore growing up, like literally exactly the same. This guy's throwing them on his everyday shoes, New Balances, which don't work. You've got Air Maxes, Jordan 1s is a no-go for sure. Air Forces aren't terrible, I just don't like the way that they look. Yeezy 700s, Nike Dunks. I mean, they fit all these shoes, slides, but should you be putting them on these shoes is the question, and my answer to that is probably no. I don't know what this dude's saying because he's saying it in a different language, but I'm guessing he's talking about how this is becoming a trend, how it's popular, how there's a ton of different colors. Apparently people are putting them on their Tom Sachs shoes, which actually is not the worst look in the world, although you're losing just about the entire shoe. I mean, it makes sense on a pair of Uggs. It looks fine on a pair of Uggs, but that's because it's designed for a pair of Uggs, not Air Forces or Dunks or anything like that. This kind of makes me think about, like, you know those like grips that you put on the bottom of your shoes to keep your shoes looking fresh all the time? Nothing against the brands or even the product, but I just think it's something that I would probably never do, because it, like, you put it on the bottom of your shoes to make sure that the bottom of your shoes stay clean and don't have any wear on them, but, like, you know, they're shoes. They're gonna wear down. It is what it is. And in my opinion, this is just that on steroids. So I don't know. But okay, now that we've checked them out on TikTok, now let's check them out IRL. I spent $50 per pair of these on Uggs' website, which is just so much money for just like a rubber thing to put on top of my shoes. I grabbed a medium, which apparently fits size 8 to 10 in men's. This is ridiculous. Actually, that kind of looks like a Timberland boot outsole right there. I mean, it's literally just molded rubber that you put over your shoes. We've got some Ama Maniere 3s. Let me throw it on these guys really quick. It's kind of hard to stretch on. I guess that's a good thing though, because you don't want it coming off when you're walking. I mean, it does fit well, I'm not gonna lie. But aesthetically, it's like changing your Air Jordans to Timbs. It's like doing a custom on your shoes and making the top half of your shoe an Air Jordan and the bottom half a Tim. Like, Why would you want to do that to yourself? I feel like this is just one of those trends that just is blowing up because people are like, oh, I never thought of that. But like, this is one of those things that sure you can think about, but like, why would you ever want to do this? And the fact that I spent $100 to do this is kind of bumming me out. Alright, so we got the Emoji 3s in this UGG boot guard here. It looks fine, I guess. I don't know. Let's throw in a pair of Air Jordan 1s. I mean, we saw on that TikTok that it didn't look great. So we're going to try it again. This is the dumbest thing. I am going to try all these shoes on in these UGG guards outside later on in the video. So I'll come back and give you guys my feedback on that. But right off the bat, there's just so much room on the toe. This is not, and it looks dumb. It looks dumb. So I don't know why I'm even doing this, but it looks dumb. Let me unbox the black pair because yes, I did buy a black pair, or I guess gray pair. I hate this. This is some Air Jordan 4s. I've seen people put these on like the Union LA 4s, and they looked alright, I guess because the color was fine, and the shoe itself is already a pretty shoe, so it didn't make it worse. It's fine. I would never wear this, but hey, you know what? It could be worse. I wish this rubber was actually black and not gray, because then it might actually match the black on the shoe, but there you go. Honestly, if you're trying to try something different in the world of fashion that still comes from the internet, maybe don't try these. Maybe try out the brand new APTHCRY emoji socks that are based off literal Apple iPhone sock emojis. Maybe I'm being biased, but I think they look amazing. They're also incredibly comfortable, so if you guys want to check those out, there will be a link in the description below. But yeah, rocking them in all the on foots of this video. And in my opinion, they're the best parts of the video. So, but hey, I guess at this point, let's go try on the UGG's boot guard.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
Yeah, this is dumb. This looks dumb. Alright, I picked up the top four shoes that I think look the best in these UGG guards. Granted, none of these shoes really look that good in UGG guards. So the top four are, you've got the off-white Air Jordan 5s with this dark gray UGG guard thing on it. I think the reason it works-ish is because it's a similar color and also because this is a high-top shoe, so you don't lose all of the details on the shoe. It's fine, surprisingly after wearing it a little bit, a decent amount. There's not a lot of wear on the outsole, so that's kind of crazy. Maybe this rubber doesn't wear down that quickly. So point for durability. Probably no points for design on this one, but hey, you know what? At least it's not a fail. Next up, we've got the New Balance 550s, the ALD New Balance 550s, which almost get completely swallowed up by the UGG guard, but honestly, probably the best low-top shoe with the UGG guard. The Crocs, that was a mistake. Probably should have not done that one. The Air Maxes were not terrible, but I think I preferred this one a little bit. But again, I would never wear this out in public. Next up, we've got the Air Jordan 4s. Again, the color doesn't match, so it's like, it's whatever, but the shape of the shoe is fine, I guess. And then finally, we've got the Air Jordan 3s. The Emoji Air Jordan 3s that have some brown in it, so the colors kind of work. And this one is probably the best, in my opinion, just because, I don't know, you still have some of the shoe on the top. Then you've got the brown, I don't know, it's like, make the best of a bad situation. It is what it is. If you want to do this to your sneakers, by all means, go ahead. But honestly, I don't know why you do that to yourself. Maybe I'm taking this trend too seriously. I think most people posting pictures of these shoes on TikTok are doing it because they think it's funny. They think it's kind of cool to have a challenge of trying to make something that's stupid looking look good. And honestly, these don't look bad on UGG's boots. But if you're not wearing UGG boots, maybe don't throw these on your Jordans. I don't know. Then again, I guess durability-wise, this is not a bad way to keep your shoes fresh from the middle down. So not a bad way to wear your shoes in the winter. I guess it is cheaper than grabbing a pair of winterized Jordans if you're trying to rock Jordans in the snow. Not the worst thing in the world, but hey, you know what? Not something I would do. Honestly, I think I'll be giving away these UGG guards on like a Whatnot live stream coming up. So if you guys want to check out that Whatnot live stream, I think probably tomorrow or the next day, there'll be a link in the description below. But really not an experiment that needed to be done. And also not a product that I plan to keep. That being said, I think for its actual purpose of being an UGG boot guard, it's successful. It works at keeping the bottom half of your Uggs dry and clean and all that sort of good stuff. As far as Jordans and other shoes, maybe just don't. But hey, I guess that pretty much wraps up the video for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I would love to know your thoughts on the UGG boot guard in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.